Hello, I'm Adam Riviere from Indianapolis, Indiana, presenting the Tycoon Percussion, Doumbek, and Darbuka. In this video, I'll be presenting the basic tones and the popular Ika, which is Arabic for rhythm, Maksum, which in Arabic means divided. These instruments are very popular in Middle Eastern countries in folk music and for rock sharki. And rock sharki in Arabic means Eastern dance, or as we know it in the West, belly dance. To begin, let's start with learning the correct posture. So take your Doumbek, which is also referred to as Egyptian tabla, Darbuka, Doumbeki, depends on what region of the world that you're in. Take the drum, and for me, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna rest the drum on my left leg, which I'll prop up a little bit, either A, by putting my foot on a leg of my stool, or simply just be on the ball of my foot, so that way it can rest on my leg and to where the rim of the head, or the drum rather, will rest on my other leg so it can sit on its own. And then I just take my left hand, or your non-dominant hand side, I just rest my arm on the drum and relax my hand on the top of the rim. And make sure in your seated position, you want to be seated forward and closer to the drum, almost as if somebody was going to throw you a basketball. You immediately go forward to catch it. You don't come back to grab it. You go forward just as you lean yourself forward to play the drum. For the basic tones, let's start with the bass tone, better known as doom. So you want to take your dominant hand and you're gonna cup your palm as if you're clapping. Keep your fingers together, and you want to hold that shape and apply that to the Doumbek. And you'll immediately stop because you're going to have your palm is lowered. So as your fingers go up to the head, your palm will stop right at the rim where it should be resting. And imagine as if there's a smiley face logo on your drum head, and you're more or less covering their eye. And to make the bass tone of the doom, you're going to give it a black eye. So keep your hand, your fingers together in that firm position, bend your wrist back, and when you hit the drum, immediately bounce right off. And that's your doom tone. And same thing applies technique-wise when you're playing the Darbuka. You might have to bring your hand a little bit farther back since obviously it's a much smaller playing surface to get a much better doom, otherwise you're just gonna choke it. The next tone I'm gonna show you is the high tone, or also called tak, and sometimes referred to as tek. So put your hand back in the position that you were for doom, slide your hand back until the top knuckle or joint of your middle finger, that line, is right in that gap or that area that's between the drum head and the rim of the drum. And you can relax your fingers a little bit, and you just want to focus on just that middle finger hitting. If your other finger's hit, don't worry about it, but really focus on getting that really high pitch with just that middle knuckle. Flick your wrist back, hit it, and just like the doom, hit, and immediately come right off. And keep your fingers on a level playing field. Don't protrude your middle finger at all. Just keep it even. Now for the high tone for your non-dominant hand is also called tak or tek. But in the West, we use the term ka just to help differentiate which hand is playing the high tone. Tak for your dominant hand, ka for your non-dominant. And ka, just to let you know, is not a traditional term. It's mainly a term just used in the West to help differentiate your dominant and non-dominant hand playing that tone. So to play ka, or the tak, we have our arm and our hand nice and rested, and you're going to move your thumb towards your index finger between the first and second knuckle or joint, and almost as if you're just kind of doing a little puppet. So as you're here, just bring that thumb in, and you're gonna lean away from you, lean that hand away from you, and keep on turning until your ring finger is playing right on that same spot as we play talk, but you want it landing and hitting between the drum head and the rim to get that high tone. And when you first start out, get in that nice position to get that high tone. As you notice, it's not very loud, but you need to do this exercise to really develop a very solid talk sound for your non-dominant hand. When you're comfortable with that position, now all you got to do is just bend your wrist back and nice and relaxed, land in the same spot, and have your ring finger follow through. The next tone is called sec, and is also called a half pop. This is also an alternative tone for playing talk with your dominant hand. So put your hand in position as if you're doing doom, and now you're gonna adjust your hand as if you're trying to grab the drum by the rim and the head. And so your palm will kind of raise up a little bit on the rim, but also your fingers will come back a little bit because you're now just focusing where the only thing hitting on the drum is your palm and your fingertips. And to get the half pop sound, you're gonna be rolling your fingers on the drum, but obviously much quicker to get that half pop or sec sound. Or as we say in Indiana, you're milking a cow backwards. So roll your fingers real quick. And again, you're just bending your wrist, but now we're sticking the landing to get a nice, light slap, or as we call a half pop. The final tone is the slap. And just like the sec, we're more or less hitting in the same position, but instead of having our fingers roll, they're gonna be hitting at the same time. For me, I primarily use my pinky, ring, and middle finger to actually hit the head. My index finger isn't. But if you're getting a really good slap and your index finger is hitting the drum, I'm not gonna get the slap police or the Doumbek police on you. If you make a great tone, I'm thrilled. But now we want our wrist to be really loose and relaxed. So as we flick our wrist, your palm will land first, fingers will follow through and hit the landing. So again, the only thing hitting for a slap is your palm and the tips of your fingers. And you want to move fast. You don't want to muscle it. You don't want to thwack it like it owes you money. Not a good technique to develop. Stay nice and loose allows you to play quick slaps in succession. So nice and relaxed, just as if you're doing the half pop, and now you're just moving a little bit quicker on the down, getting that awesome slap sound. Now I'll present to you the Arabic Ika Maksum. For the skeletal rhythm, you mainly just want to play with your dominant hand, in my case, my right hand. And the rhythm goes like this. Doom talk, talk, doom talk, 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 doom talk, talk, doom talk. Instead of doing the talk tone, you can actually play sec instead. Also allows you to play a lot faster and also adjust the dynamic and the emotion of the song. Now add your non-dominant hand in between the skeletal rhythm. Just remember, your non-dominant hand is going to be non-dominant in the volume levels and its projection when playing any rhythm. Now for something that's more popular when playing Maksum. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed yourself and learned something along the way. To learn more about the instrument and where to get it, check out Tycoon Percussion at tycoonpercussion.com. Again, I'm Adam Riviere, and if you want to learn more about me and all my musical adventures, check out the description below and see where you can follow and support my music. Until the next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep the music going, my friends.